We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today, buckle up. This is about to be a long show. We get 15 games in the MLB. We get, I believe, 11 or 12 games in the NHL and 2 games in the NBA. This show may be 2 hours long. So, like I said, buckle in, get yourself a thing of popcorn, get yourself a drink, and we'll get into it in just a few minutes. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, which is going to be a fun one, let's take a look back at what happened yesterday. One went right, one went wrong in the world of sports betting. In the MLB for me, back-to-back losing days to start the year. Frustrating. I was happy to end the night off with a win, but in between was not great. The Mets, I forgot what offense was yesterday, so the Mets money line was a loser. Chicago White Sox, I thought I was going to be able to hit this. Team total over 3.5. They had 3 runs, or they got the third runs in the 6th inning. Okay, it was like 3-0. And I'm like, okay, give me one more run. Nothing. No runs the rest of the game after they hit 3. They were like, all right, that's enough. Luckily, the full game over did hit. So I split out on that game. The Rockies and the Padres went under when we had the over. Yes, I called them what I called them because they can't hit. Where's this best bet lineup in baseball putting up 1 run against the Rockies? Pathetic. Loser there. And the end of the night, everybody was on the Mariners with the grunter, Robbie Ray. I took a little Cleveland plus 145. They come through big time, 9-4. What a win for the Cleveland Guardians in that one. Luckily, was able to end the night off with a win there. Overall, 2-3 in the MLB. Down a little bit, though. Down 0.65 units. So not exactly the start to the regular season that I would want. But I'll be fully attacking it today. For that, the NBA is continuing to make me believe it's no betting allowed. I did split out 4-4 yesterday, but down 0.22 units. I had the Wizards, who decided to play 3 quarters of basketball.
Yeesh.
I had the Hornets, who I believe decided to play 3 quarters of basketball.
If that.
Yeah. I got the Jazz plus 13.5. They covered.
Oh, they did?
Brooklyn was a no-doubter.
There you go.
The Pistons covered for me as well. I got 6 on a hook with them. The Timberwolves decided to play 3 quarters of basketball.
Eesh.
The Blazers struggled yesterday again. I gotta just stop betting this team.
Yeah.
The San Antonio Spurs plus 18. 18. They cover 15 point loss for them there. They were leading at one point late in the game. They were leading in the third quarter, I believe. And then Golden State kind of ran away with it in the fourth quarter. So overall, though, 4-4 in the NBA. And the reason why yesterday was a profitable day for me was the NHL. Went 3-1 up 2.23 units. Nice night on the ice. I'll get into that game last. Winnipeg, Detroit, under. Now Winnipeg wants to start scoring goals. Now they do when I bet the under. Not when I backed them against San Jose. No, we're good there. No, we're going to score 6 tonight. Screw you guys. Calgary Flames never in doubt. They fell behind 2-0, 3-2, 4-3, 1 in overtime. So that was fun. Never in doubt, Calgary Flames. And the last game I want to talk about, congratulations.
That one.
Fine. I'll let Tim talk about it. I cashed both my plays on it. When Tim's done talking about that game, I will mention what I had in that one.
Dylan Levi! What a beautiful game by him. I watched that entire game. He looked comfortable. I will say the only 2 goals that the Rangers scored, one of them was like a little like deflection flip up and went over his head and was a weird goal. The other one, I believe the
other one he lost in his
Adam Fox
pads.
The last one he lost in between his legs, and Fox happened to see it and hit it in. So the only 2 goals they scored were, can I call them fluky goals?
Kind of.
that they shouldn't probably have gotten. He looked fantastic. So that's awesome to see. Sabres take care of business in overtime. He just looked good. Now, do not rush him. Maybe have him start 1, maybe 2 more games this year, and have him go to the AHL next year for the first little bit. Do not rush him. I think he had a fantastic debut.
Mm-hmm.
Big win for the Sabres. Do not rush him. Do not rush him, please. So I just wanted to mention that one. That was fun to see. Mr. Devin Levi taking care of business for the Sabres.
And my cap was perfect on that game because I remember when they started rumoring that he was going to be starting a game, I said, all right, the first game he starts, we're going to bet the under.
Yep.
I did not bet the full game under. I did take the Rangers team total under, though, because I didn't trust Halak. I didn't trust Halak more than I didn't trust Levi. So I took the Rangers team total under and the Sabres money line. So that's kind of where I was with that game. Went 3-1 in the NHL. Overall, I finished 9-8, up 1.36 units. Thank you, hockey.
There you go. I'm actually gonna. Yesterday on the site, and I realized that I made an oopsie, Nick, yesterday. And I didn't realize it until this morning because I went to go look to see if we sold any packages or anything. I didn't see anything. I didn't see any packages up. I'm like, what the heck's going on? I accidentally put up the over for the San Diego game last night as well instead of the one for tonight. So we lost that one twice. Started off with the Mets, which was a loser. Sabres, which was a winner. Charlotte, which was a loser. Toronto made it interesting late, but did not cover by 1.5. Knicks +4. They won by 14. The under missed in that Detroit game. The Detroit Pistons missed by a hook. Over in the Houston game, never in doubt. Houston run line, never in doubt. Padres games. Padres can suck one. They suck. Run line loser and the over loser. They scored 1 run. Calgary winner, Portland loser. Denver. I got Denver at 8.5. It closed at like 13. I'm like, oh boy. They lost by 7. They covered. So that was nice to see. I still do not trust the who do you call it? The Suns to do anything. So this is still a team that I want nothing to do with. So can cover a game at home. Thank you. Denver Nuggets cover that spread. And then the other thing I want to look at, because I am starting to do these, and eventually, because I'm halfway through typing it up, eventually I will have a scroller of a bunch of player props. Player props yesterday went 6 and 15 for me. 6 and 15, down a half a unit. I had Peterson over 5.5 strikeouts. He got 5. Nimmo, Lindor, and McNeil all did nothing. Alonso's home run in the 9th inning was good enough to cash his home run prop at $5 and his RBI and run prop at +150. So that was nice to see. That ended up making the Mets game profitable for props. The Astros props, I had Tucker home run +$4. That was a nice winner. Alvarez over 1.5 runs and RBIs. That was a nice winner. Unfortunately, Bregman didn't do anything, so I had a home run for him and a run RBI for him. Over 1.5 runs or RBIs for him, too. That one did not cash. And then towards the bottom part of the slate, Lance Lynn, under his strikeouts, did not hit. Padres props were all losers, 0 for 4 there. That kind of killed my night. Luckily, Freeland, under 3.5 strikeouts, was a winner. Freeman, home run, loser. Carroll, home run, loser. Did you see that the Diamondbacks won last night?
Yes.
2-1. That was beautiful. Julio Rodriguez, over 1.5 runs and RBIs, winner. Home run, loser. And Ty France, over 1.5 RBIs and runs, loser. I'll have a bunch more RBI and RBI/run props because that's all they give me. I don't have RBIs or runs individually. I'm not going to tag on any strikeout props, I don't think, today. But it is what it is. I'm gonna go a bunch of player props for me today as well. I'll have those typed up in just a minute. Nick, go through the chat while we have to start getting through the slate.
Yeah, nice little 10-minute recap of yesterday.
Sorry.
Let's get through the chat. Yeah, Noel, what the hell happened yesterday? Astros won. The rest of the dogs took over. 1-2 yesterday and bounced back today. Take some shots at dogs. I mean, that's what happens. You take shots with dogs in baseball. Tournament got fleeced last night. The Padres suck. Yes. Came into work this morning to see we got fleeced by a thief. Oh no.
Yikes.
Hopefully insurance will cover that.
Yeah.
The Padres are the Fraudres until further notice. I like it. South Carolina's women basketball team was a donation. Even at my,
Yes.
I saw that. Down goes
Iowa. Iowa took them down. And you could have told. I could have told you pretty much from the beginning of the game. Because I saw a clip. Sue Bird went and met with the Iowa team and had a talk with them before the game. You know they weren't going to lose that game.
Yeah.
Anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, Padres are pathetic. All the names are nothing. Yeah, the best lineup in baseball now. I was gonna hammer Seattle. Good thing I didn't. Yup. Congrats to Levi. Markel saying yo. Noah saying Jets scored 6. They did. So the Padres and Angels are the same team from last year. Cool. Maybe. Should have taken their team total. Yeah. Watch the Padres score 15 runs today, and I'm not going to take their team total over or the over. I'm going to just stay away from them. I might go back to the over in that game. Not 100% sure yet.
I think we're already on it.
I think we are?
Yeah.
Okay. Then
because I meant to put it up last night, and I put up the nights from before. So
yeah. Yeah, you don't have to crown him next Hasek or Miller yet. Yeah, we're not calling Devin Levi Dominic Hasek or Patrick Waugh or any of that. So no. Good morning. I could say broke even yesterday in NHL, down a little bit in MLB, up 4 units in the NBA. Wow,
nice.
Ooh, the Dodgers. Yeah, dogs took over yesterday. It was crazy. It wasn't terrible. It's a rainy day in New York. I'll take the Yankees team total over. Alex Cobb pitching. He should be a reliever, not a starter. Yeah. Dodgers sold last night. Yeah, they did. Oh, it's raining. It's a raining day for certain places. Yep. Welcome to baseball. You got to worry about weather. Well, they really did. People think, I think people was talking down on Kelly. They came out. Oh, there you go. Chat keeps jumping on me. And Kelly got out of the game early. There you go. Dodgers team total over. Yeah. I don't even know if I want to back LA again. I might later on.
I like the over. I like the over in that game. I think there's a lot of runs scored, especially with Mad Bum.
Yeah. Cameron saying, glove up or shut up. Nicholas Barnett, plus 185. The Black Ninja Turtle will be victorious. We appreciate the donation there, Cameron.
Black Ninja Turtle? That is awesome.
I might have to throw $5 on him with that name.
Yeah, I'm going to have to. 100%. Christopher Barnett. Appreciate it, Cameron.
Appreciate it, man. If the Dodgers scored 1 run today, they should go all out. Somebody did say that Kelly was 0-9 still, but the Diamondbacks won first 5 and full game. They pushed the first 5. It was 0-0. Unless you took the half a run, they pushed the first 5. I hope so. Yeah. LOL. I didn't know about the pregame thing, Tim. I found it weird. They never made it. Made South Carolina a dog.
Oh, South Carolina, wasn't they like 11.5-point favorites?
Yeah, they were 11-point favorites.
And they were undefeated. So, I mean, how could they possibly lose?
Yeah, exactly. LOL, Markel, Devin Levi. All right. After 15 minutes of recapping in the chat, we're going to do what we're here to do. Baseball. We're kicking it off here with baseball. The Houston Astros, $1.25 favorites, total of 8 in this game. I haven't made a move on this one. This game taking place at 2 10 today. Let's get up my line movements. Let's get up my ticket count, and let's get into this. We have this game open at there we go at Houston minus 135. It's gone down 11 cents to minus 124. I'm seeing 72% of the tickets, 66% of the cash is on Houston, yet this line is dropped. And I'm seeing 35% of the tickets and 41% of the cash is on the over. The line's gone up. So even though most of the money in the tickets are on the under, the line's gone up towards the over here in this spot here. I ended up taking 2 spots in this one here, Tim. I grabbed the team total over 3.5 at $1.30 with the Chicago White Sox. And I took the full game over 8. I think we see some runs in this game. I think the line movements are telling us that they expect this to be a high-scoring game and that the White Sox are very live in this one, and actually they're not scared of that Houston Astros money. So I'm going to – I went ahead and I took the White Sox here. Team total over 3.5 and the full game over 8.
Yeah, I like the over in this game. I think we both kind of were on that one. I'm expecting some runs. Lucas Giolito wasn't entirely sharp last year. 30 games played, 11-9 record with a 4.9 ERA, 161 innings pitched. So he had an off year last year. I think he probably struggles a little bit. This is a Astros team that we saw a little bit of offense yesterday. On the opposite side, you get your Queedy, which is not really a pitcher I'm super confident in. Although he had a good year last year. 29 games, 28 starts, 13-8 record, 3.94 ERA, and 164 innings. What I took in this one, I like the over. I do like the Astros as well. I think the Astros are going to be the ones that kind of contribute the most towards this one. I do have some player props in this game. Those will include all of these over 1.5 runs/RBIs. Breggy, Tucker, Alvarez. I have a feeling I'm going to go to those guys a lot this year. I wouldn't talk anybody off of home run props for either one of those guys as well. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Give me the over. I kind of like the Astros. And then Breggy, Tucker, and Alvarez all over 1.5 runs and RBIs. Breggy and Tucker are $2. Alvarez is plus 125.
Yeah. Plus, I feel like this line just seems cheap. Like, it seems too short.
Yeah, it does. We've also seen 2 competitive games from these 2 teams. So
fair enough. All right, we're jumping the gun a little too early here, Real Deal Prime. Levi bringing Cups to Buffalo. Let's take it easy.
He had a good game against a Rangers team on the second leg of a back-to-back.
Yeah.
I'm very happy. Yes.
That's exactly how Markel asked it as well. Are we on the cream?
Yes, cream today. Let's get it.
All ears. Let's cash. I am just taking the over. I don't like Urquidy. Urquidy does scare me a little bit as well. So if I would want to back that team. But we'll move on here. The Toronto Blue Jays are at the St. Louis Cardinals in this game. The Blue Jays $1.25 favorites on the road, total of 7.5 in this game. Let's take a look at where this line has moved. In this one, it opened up at minus 125 for Toronto. It did get up to minus 130 at one point, 133 at one point. It's come back down to 127. So it has moved 2 cents since the opening line. And for the total, kind of interesting here. It opened up at 7.5 minus 120. It went up to an 8 and back down to 7.5. Let's take a look where the money is coming in on this game here. And we have on the money line 58% of the tickets, 61% of the cash is on the Blue Jays. Yet it's bounced back and forth. It actually dropped to start. The initial line move was towards the Cardinals. 81% of the tickets, 71% of the cash is on the Blue Jays. 46% of the tickets and 55% of the cash is on the over. And the line's bounced. I don't really have an interest in the total here. I don't like the way that it's bounced. I think that makes it kind of tricky to read. I am going to take a shot here with the Cardinals in the first 5 innings, so at plus 110 in this spot. I like Jack Flaherty, and I get it. He hasn't pitched much as of late. He didn't pitch much last year, but I expect him to be a little bit better now that he's gotten he got basically the full offseason to get right because he was hurt most of the year last year. He's coming into this year healthy. I think that this could be a good year for him. And they kind of need him to be pretty good, this Cardinals team, because they don't really have much for starting pitching. So this is a spot here for me where I'm going to take a shot here with the Cardinals here in the first 5 innings rather than the full game because I don't trust either of these bullpens to do anything. So I'm not going to throw it into the hands of a coin toss of the bullpens here late. So Cardinals first 5 for me.
I do like a couple things in this game, and I'm going to have a bunch of props for this one as well. I like the Toronto Blue Jays. I would take them probably run line just because I'm just like that. Because I don't like laying juice. I don't like laying juice. And when it comes to it, don't really need to lay it. I think that the Padres jump out to not Padres. Sorry, I'm clicking on my prop stuff. I think the Blue Jays jump out quickly, and you just saw these two teams score a lot of runs in the last game, which normally would push me towards saying, "Oh, this one's going to go under." No, because they use their best bullpen arms, and I think it's going to be very tricky to be able to slow down the offenses. I like the Blue Jays. I like the over. And then for the Blue Jays props, because I'm not touching the Cardinals props, Blue Jays props, go ahead, give me Bo Bichette over 1.5, Springer over 1.5, Vladdy over 1.5 runs / RBIs, and then a Vladdy bomb at plus $5. I'm all invested in this in the Toronto Blue Jays today. I'll jump on them. Props and everything. Give me the Blue Jays, the over, and all those props.
By the way, I got to say real quick, because I'm scrolling through real quick. Shout out to Twitter for giving me absolutely no possible way to know what's real news today. Because you got to actually look to see if it's actually real because half the shit that people are posting are April Fools today.
Oh, that's awesome.
So if people say, oh, this player is out or this thing is that, no, it's not. So.
Yeah, don't be tricked. Don't be tricked.
Yeah. Oh, chat.
Yes, Nick.
Dean Kramer money line.
Yes, sir.
I did not get to that game yet.
I did.
No. LOL. I took him. There you go. Got the cream. I'm looking more at the first 5 under for that Baltimore game more than anything. First 5 under in the Blue Jays. I can see it. I see it.
I like the under.
Hoping for a creamy night. Yes. Cameron. Cream always rises to the top. All right. How many cream puns are we going to have this show? Can't trust Toronto bullpen. Yeah. Took Toronto. Can't trust old Flaky. Okay. Toronto sports suck in general. Correct. True. No, not the run line with that bullpen. Padres. So, LOL. Yeah, I saw a post saying that Bo Bichette cut its hair. Yeah. I saw a post from somebody saying that Ilya Sorokin had no intentions on re-signing because he's homesick. So.
Oh, God.
We'll move on here, though. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? Will the Cubs win today? The Brewers are $1.15 favorites in this game. Total 6.5 in this spot. Justin Steele taking on Brandon Woodruff. This line opened up at Milwaukee minus 130. It's dropped down to 116. The lines here about split even on this game. 52% of the tickets, 51% of the cash is on the Cubbies. 80% of the tickets and 68% of the cash is on the under. And the line has moved from 7 up to 6.5. So the line move kind of does make sense here. I'm kind of interested in this over in this game. Because I don't know. I just have this feeling that this game could squeak over this 6.5. This Brewers pitching staff, though, is a little bit scary to try to take overs with. Ooh, I might be interested in that, though. Cubbies team total over 2.5 is only $1.50. I think that could be an interesting look for this game. I'm actually going to write that down as a potential ad after the show. Is Cubbies team total over 2.5. I already have the Cubbies first 5 bet. I bet the Cubbies in the first 5 innings at plus 105. That is a bet I've made. But I'm also gonna write down here Cubs over 2.5 minus 150. Something I'm gonna look at as well. So, yeah, Cubbies team total over for me is an interesting look, but I'm on the first 5 money line right now.
I'm on Chicago. This is gonna be a team that I'm gonna really back this year. This is a Brewers team that I'm gonna want to fade a bunch. It's just a play that I really like. I'll ride with Chicago for a while. I took them money lines, and then of course I had to get a little bit of some props up in this game because with player props, I will say I'm going after the teams that I like. So that's where if I have an over or if I have a team, I want to try to back some players in it because I think if the team's going to do well, it's because these players are going to do well. Yeah, give me Dansby Swanson over 1.5 run/RBIs at 175, and Mancini to get at least 1 at plus 125. You saw those 2 guys make an impact on the first game. I think they'll make more impact on the second game. I do like the Chicago Cubbies. I do slightly lean towards the under in this game because I think it's supposed to be really cold in Chicago. So you might get a little bit of some weird weather, but I do like the Cubbies in this game, so I'll take some props with them too.
Yeah, and I need to start looking at weather as something to break down as well.
Yep. Back to
over to the chat.
Oh, me.
You got it.
Where did you leave off?
There we go.
2 creams, 3 creams, 2 sugars every time. Coffee. I take coffee and you dump it out. Anyways, coffee is horrible. Facts. Couldn't be more right. Brewers got to come out with something, but until then, it's Cubs or nothing. No bet. There you go. Placing bets on the Chicago Cubs games in Chicago, depending on the weather, that Windy City blowing in or out. I got you. Woodruff was good last year. Yes, he was. I kind of like Justin Steele, though. So I'll back. And I like the Cubbies. Smells like more freshly brewed ales. Let's get it. This is a tough game. Woodruff, a good pitcher. Tough to pick a winner. The over-under is tough as well to pick. And hey, you don't have to bet it. There's plenty of games today. Let's keep on rolling through these games. We'll go to this one, Nick, where the Atlanta Braves are minus 225 in Washington, taking on the Nationals, the AAA Nationals. 8.5 is your total in this one.
Yeah, let's take a look at where the line movement has gone, and we'll go from there. This line opened up at Braves minus 270. It has gone down an awful lot, down to 224. So this line has dropped 46 cents since the opening. Line opened up at 8, went up to an 8.5, back down to an 8, back up to an 8.5. So this line has bounced back and forth. And as for the tickets, I'm not looking at the money line. We'll look at the spread. 82% of the tickets, 74% of the cash is on the spread on the Braves here. 73% of the tickets are on the under. 57% of the cash is on the under, yet it opened up at an 8, and it's gone up to an 8.5. And that's exactly where I'm looking in this game. I like the over in this spot. I got the over 8.5 at even money yesterday. I think that this Braves team is going to be able to score runs this year. And this Nationals team is going to give up a lot of runs this year. And I think they could score a couple in this game as well. I see this as another type of 6-3, 7-2 type of game that this game goes over. So that's kind of where I'm looking at for this one here. Over 8.5, even money, Nationals and Braves for me.
Yeah, I'm on the over. I expect the Braves to be able to hit against a bad Nationals team. If the Braves can't put up 6-7 runs in this game against a bad Nationals team, they have another thing coming. And I think that you're going to get a little bit of a sophomore slump from Mr. Spencer Strider. In my opinion, I think he's going to struggle this year. I don't think he's going to be as sharp as he was last year. I do have one player prop from this one, and that would be Mr. Austin Riley over 1.5. That's $2. And I think he's going to, you know what? You can even get a home run prop with him. I think you'll be able to hit. He get some action today. The Braves will probably score 6-7 by themselves. If we can get 2 to 3 from the Braves, we'll be good to go. Give me the over.
I am kind of interested in that team total over for the Nationals as well, because they're giving it at or the price is a $2.50 $40. I'm kind of interested in that as well. Another 2.5 team total. I'm kind of interested in.
I tried to look for a player prop from the Nationals.
Joey Meneses.
Yeah, what was his prop? That's a good point. But I ultimately decided to not go after anything. Let me see if I can go find. Let's see what Joey Meneses' thing is. Pulling it up. Obviously, I have 32 different props bet today, all $5 each. So nothing crazy. Meneses is plus 225 for over 1.5, minus 126 for just 1. And when it comes to it, all my player props will be plus money besides strikeout props. So I'm not going to hate on that Meneses prop, but that's not something I'm going to go after for today.
There you go.
Let's go back to the chat. Lean Cubs. I like the Cubs. I'm fixing a cup right now. You do that. Braves team total over. Sure. They should be able to score runs against a bad Nationals team. If their offense is as good as people say they are, they should be able to score. Weather says it might snow in Chicago. There you go. Lean towards the under. Brewers money line. No. In the under. Sure. Lean towards the under. Wasn't Gray like predictable with the Nationals last year? Back him on the road, fade him at home. Yes.
Yes. Josiah Gray was great with that.
Yep. Josiah Gray was fantastic with that. Yep. Spencer Strider, 1-1 with an ERA of 5.54. Nationals team total over. I'll take the Braves team total over as well. Just back the over in general. Yeah, good luck with Riley. Yeah, I hate Austin Riley, but I want to make money. Strider's 1-1. There you go. Back to the Braves team total over. They should get there. They should. Skinner with the overtime winner last. Oh, that's a different Skinner. Never mind. We'll head to this one, Nick.
Yes. Sorry, I'm writing some stuff down for.
It's Phillies and the Rangers.
Yeah, we get the Phillies as $1.15 favorites. Total is 7.5 in this one here. Yeah, I originally had one thing written down, but I don't know how interested I am on the side now on this one, because I haven't bet most of my stuff already. I wanted to see how things were going to move overnight. This line opened up at $1.25 for the Phillies. It's now $1.16. Line opened up at 7.5 even money. It's up to 7.5 minus 116. So, yeah, I'm no longer interested in that team total I wrote down last night, because I was interested in the Phillies over their team total. Not really anymore, because I'm not really a fan of the Phillies right now after this line move. This kind of scares me off of them. 61% of the tickets and 60% of the cash is on the Phillies. Yeah, it's moved 9 cents towards the Rangers. Something that tells me the Rangers are the look for the team total here, rather than but I also do like the full game over. That's kind of where I'm going here. 58% of the tickets, 78% of the cash is on the over, but the line's moved up 16 cents. I agree with it. I like the over 7.5 in this game. At $1.16, and I may flip sides here, and I may look at the team total over 3.5 minus 110 for the Rangers. Both these bullpens I'm not particularly thrilled with. Zach Wheeler, Nathan Eovaldi. Zach Wheeler has the ability to be awesome. He was awesome last year. That being said, I'm going to write down the Rags over 3.5 at minus 115 as a potential add-on. I really want to target these team totals. That's kind of the way I want to approach baseball a lot, is with team totals, and this is one I'm looking at here. Rangers team total over 3.5, and then the full game over 7.5 is something I'm going to be betting.
Yeah, I think this one's a over for me easily. I look at this one. Phillies are going to be an over team this year, and so is Texas. Both these two teams are going to have solid offenses, and they're going to score. If the Texas Rangers were able to get to Nola, they'll be able to get to Wheeler as well. And I am not super high on Nathan Eovaldi. I am on the Phillies. I took them on the run line, plus 140. I think if you're going to get them to score, they're going to score a bunch, and they're going to crush this game. I'm also on the over 7.5 as well. This is I think this is a good bounce back spot for the Phillies. They are in a they have the pitching advantage with Wheeler over Eovaldi, and then of course, Nick, what is a game without a little bit of player props? Did I freeze or did you freeze? Okay, we're good. Yeah. Give me Kyle Schwarber over 1.5, Turner over 1.5, and Nick Castellanos over 0.5. Schwarber 175, Turner 200, and Castellanos 110 for some player props. And those are all the player props that I'm giving out are RBIs / runs, unless I tell you otherwise. So yeah. Those are some player props for the Phillies today as well.
There you go.
I was watching the Phillies, and the commentators said Phil's 0-9 against Texas prior to the win yesterday.
They lost.
The Phillies lost yesterday, or 2 days ago. Sheesh, Texas really owned Philly in a way. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, they do. Let's head to this game, Nick.
Yeah, this game's interesting.
Yes.
Yankees are $1.35 favorites. Total 8.5 in this game. This line opened up at -141 for the Yankees. It immediately dropped down to 120. It went all the way back up to 145. And it's come back down to 134. This line's been bouncing everywhere. As for the total, I just completely clicked off of it here. Where did all the line? Oh, I clicked a different book. As for the total, opened up at 8.5 -105. It did go down to even money, and then it came right back up to -105. So really no thoughts on the total here. I originally had first 5 under written down. I think I'm going to stay off of that one here and just focus maybe on the side a little bit more. I'm looking towards the Giants' first 5 money line in this one. And this line, all the money's come are 85% of the tickets, 91% of the cash is on the Yankees. If this line's dropped, or it's been bouncing back and forth, but it's dropped since the opening. 57% of the tickets, 60% of the cash is on the over. On the line has not moved. So kind of interested that kind of brought me a little bit more towards the first 5 under here in the spot as well. I'm looking at the Giants' first 5 money line at $1.12 plus 112 is kind of where I'm thinking here for me. I did not bet it yet, but I will be looking at it after the show. But yeah, Giants' first 5 for me is where I'm looking.
Yeah, I like the Giants today. You get Clark Schmidt, who did start a couple of games last year, but he was mostly a bullpen pitcher. No, sorry, he started 3 games last year, and he pitched in 29. 5-5 record. Obviously, you really can't do much with that with the reliever. 3.12 ERA and 57 2/3 innings pitched last year. Against who's Alex Cobb today, and I don't hate Alex Cobb. As crazy as it sounds, I don't hate. He had a solid year last year. 28 starts, 7-8 record, a 3.73 ERA, and 150 innings pitch. I think this is the bounce back spot for the San Francisco Giants after they got shut out last game. I'm gonna go ahead and jump on them. Give me the Giants plus money. And yes, I do have a player prop from this one. And I feel like a little bit of a homer with this one. Give me Michael Conforto over a half a run / RBI at plus 110. There you go. There's my one prop is Mr. Conforto.
There you
go. Yankees under. I could see it. Bruins and the under.
I do like the Bruins. I do like that. I didn't like the total in that game.
Go Bruins. Yankees Orioles parlay. No. I think the Yankees kill that. You got the right dog, not the right favorite. Let's head to this game, Nick, which this one should be fun.
Yeah, the LA Angels are $1.60 road favorites at the Oakland Athletics. Pablo Sandoval versus Fujinami, a player they picked up from the Japanese league. Total 7.5 in this game. Let's take a look where the line has moved in this one. As we have the Angels opened up at 158. It got up to 173, but it's dropped back down to 158. So it's moved 3 cents in the direction of the Angels since the opening line. The line opened up at a 7.5 minus 120. It's actually gone down 5 cents towards the under. 7.5 minus 115. Which kind of makes sense because 86% of the tickets, 97% of the cash is on the under. Don't know. I feel like that justifies a little bit more than a 5-cent line move. But looking at the money line here, 74% of the tickets, 68% of the cash is on the Angels, and yet it's only moved 3 cents. Kind of interests me here on the Athletics. I think the Athletics are the look here in this spot. First 5 is kind of where I'm looking at for them. I don't trust them full game, and I know they came back full game last game. But I don't trust them like that every game to do that. Oakland first 5 at plus 148 is definitely something I'm looking at here. If you're feeling frisky, you could take team total over 3.5 plus 110 with the Athletics. I think that they can put up 4 runs potentially today against Patrick Sandoval. Patrick Sandoval did look good in the World Baseball Classic with Mexico. I will say that he had a good performance against Japan in the semifinal game. But I'm only looking first 5 here. First 5, Oakland, around plus 148.
Yeah, I took him out right. I took the Oakland Athletics again. Sorry, the first place Oakland Athletics. I'm gonna. I almost pulled the trigger on Fujami. How do you pronounce his name?
Fujinami, yeah.
Yeah, over 5.5 strikeouts, and that was plus 141. Ooh. I think he's going to be able to have a solid game. And I think that's the deal with a lot of Japanese pitchers when they first make their appearance in the league. Because they'll have solid games a lot. And I think you're going to be able to get another really good game out of it. You're going to get a good game out of him in his first MLB start. I do like Patrick Sandoval, so I do kind of lean towards the under as well. I'm on the Oakland Athletics again. They're going to be a team that I'm going to back more when they're at home than on the road. But give me some A's action. I kind of like it.
Yeah. I'm on the same page there.
Was a World Baseball Classic Japanese pitcher? Fujami?
He was, I think so.
Yeah. Under Angels stink. Yes, they do. We'll head to this game, Nick.
Yeah, the New York Mets are at the Miami Marlins. The Mets $1.15 favorites, total of 8 in this game. Obviously, the Mets coming in off that loss yesterday. Let's take a look where the lines moved. Line opened up at minus 105. It's moved up 11 cents in the direction of the New York Mets here at now up to minus 116. Line opened up at 7.5. It's gone up to an 8. And that one's kind of where I have my attention. 80% of the tickets and 74% of the cash is on the Mets in this game. Line's moved 11 cents. That's fine. 65% of the tickets, 72% of the cash is on the under in this one. And it's gone from a 7.5 up to an 8. That's got my attention right there. Mets Marlins over 8. And especially after yesterday where only 3 runs were scored, I think we could see a little bit of recency bias in this game where people saw that the offenses did nothing yesterday and that they're going to struggle again. And I just don't agree with that. So I'm kind of looking at the over 8 in this game between McGill And Cabrera, I know a lot of people love Cabrera. I think the Mets can get a few off of him. He's a right-handed pitcher, so the Mets generally hit righties better than lefties. And McGill, I think, is somebody who could give up a few. So I'm kind of looking towards that direction. If you want to back the Mets in this game, rather than taking them to win or anything like that, I'd probably look at their team total over. It is a 4.5 at -105, but I definitely could see them putting up 5 runs in this game. So I'm kind of leaning towards the Mets team total over. But I do like the full game over better. It's something I might be getting to after this game or after the show.
Yeah, you get a pissed off Mets team coming into this one after getting essentially shut out yesterday. If it wasn't for a 1-out home run by Alonso,
yeah.
I'm on the Mets. I think the Mets smash in this spot. I have a bunch of player props with it too. Nimmo, Lindor, McNeil, Alonso, all over 1.5. 175 for Nimmo, 225 for Lindor, 250 for McNeil, and 150 for Alonso, along with a Alonso dinger at +$5. I think it's going to be a big offensive game after you saw them struggle against a lefty yesterday. I don't think they struggle for multiple games in a row. Go ahead, give me some Mets and a bunch of props with them.
There you go.
Let's go Mets. Let's ride the trend. Mets winning after losing. I don't know if that's necessarily a trend, but hey,
it was last year.
It was? All right, there you go.
Oh yeah, it was. They didn't lose. They didn't lose 2 in a row often.
No, they did not. Let's keep on rolling, Nick, and I have something for this one too.
Yeah, I don't think I did have something written down for this game. The Cincinnati Reds are $1.45 favorites against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Total 8.5 in this game. Let me get up my numbers for this game. There it is. There's the game. Line opened up at $1.45. It's moved 1 cent towards the Reds, up to $1.46. So massive line move towards the Reds there. Total opened up at 8 -120. It's gone up to an 8.5 -116. Let's take a look at where the money is coming in on this game. On the money line, 74% of the tickets, 84% of the cash is on the Reds, and it's moved 1 cent. And then as for the total, 44% of the tickets are on the over, 57% of the cash is on the over. The line's moved up half a run. I kind of agree with that there. Looks like a little bit of sharp money on the over here in this one. I am on the Pirates in the first 5 innings, though. We have in this game Rich Over the Hill and Nick Lodolo. But pretty plain and simple for me. The Pirates are a team that I want to back a little bit. And I know Lodolo is really good and he's projected to be really good. I don't think he goes super far in this game. First 5, though, that's kind of tricky. But Rich Hill is respectable, in my opinion. And I do think we can get an over in this game, though. So I would lean that way, which kind of leans me towards the Pirates over 3.5 team total at $1.30. I think that's an interesting look. I'm actually going to write that down. Bucks over 3.5 -130 is something I'm looking at here. I'm just writing down some team totals because I don't get team totals until the morning of. So I am going to be looking a little bit towards that. But for me right now, I'm on the Pirates first 5 money line, and I'm going to look towards their team total over. I
like the Reds. And Nick Lodolo is going to be a pitcher that I'm going to back a bunch this year. That's just how it is. You know, I should have grabbed a strikeout prop. I was dumb not to do that, but I didn't touch strikeout props, so I guess that's fine for today. I like the Reds. I have to grab them on the run line at this point, and you get some nice plus money doing that. And of course, I have a player prop for this one, and I'm grabbing Stevenson from the Reds over a half a run / RBI, and that's even money. I think he can get himself on the scorecard. So I'm going to go ahead and ride with Stevenson and the Reds. I like the Reds in this one.
There you
go. You think Tigers win today? No, and we'll talk about that one in a minute. Reds team total over. Old man Rich on the mound. It's either going to be Rich Over the Hill or Dick Mountain, and we need to figure out which one it is.
Yeah.
Should I take Phillies first 5? I like the Phillies. I have them run line, so sure, have fun. Rich over the hill. That's fair. Nick Lidola. Yes, Nick Lidola. We'll head to this game, Nick, which has a player that I'm quite high on.
Yeah, Tampa Bay Rays and the Detroit Tigers. Rays $1.75 favorites, total of 7.5 in this game. Let's take a look at where the line has moved in this one here. This line opened up at 175, and it's actually dropped down 4 cents towards the Tigers, which is kind of concerning for this one. And the way the money's coming in on this one kind of concerns me as well, but it is what it is. 74% of the tickets, 66% of the cash is on the Rays. That's generally the way big money lines come in. Now, I'm not really going to buy too much into the big money lines moving that way because big money lines are big money lines. And honestly, I would be concerned if the dog had more than 50% backing them, because usually those are the public dogs, and we know how those do. And then as for the total, 21% of the tickets, 32% of the cash is on the over. So actually 79% of the tickets, 68% of the cash is on the under. Line has moved that direction. It opened up at minus 120 for the over 8. It's now at over 7.5 at plus 105. So the line has dropped towards the under in this game. So I'm looking at a little bit of a double up here with the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays are a bet on team for me this year. I like them to potentially win the East. So I'm looking at them. Probably just, I think for me, run lines are different than puck lines, and I'm probably just going to look to lay run lines in baseball rather than the minus ones. Because when you look at it, the pricing is different in hockey, because I can get minus 140 money lines at plus money for minus ones. You don't really get that too much with the MLB, because run lines, I mean, they're priced differently. So
yes,
this is baseball is a tougher sport to try to lay minus ones with. And usually, if you can lay a minus one for them at a reasonable price, you can lay the money line most likely. So I can see it's minus 171 plus 122 is the let's see, minus 171 plus 122 for this for the be $1.22 on the minus one line. Actually, I think I'm just gonna lay that. $1.22 minus 122 for Rays minus one. I'm also going to look to take the Rays first 5 run line at minus 115 as well.
Yeah, I'm on the Rays. Everybody knows I have Zach Eflin, Cy Young ticket. That's the guy I'm high on. I think he has a solid game to start off his Tampa Bay Rays career, especially against the Detroit Tigers. That's one of the teams I am not worried about at all. And I do like Tampa. I think they're a third place team, maybe fourth place team though, because I'm high on other teams in that division. But I think they get the job done today against a bad Detroit Tigers team. Rays run line, and then a little bit of a prop for it. Over 1.5 for Wander Franco, and that's 225. So over with him. Let's get it.
Don't hate that look.
Dick Mountain, another good one. There you go. Dodger Blue, run line. I like the over, so fine. Fish. Puffer fish. I don't know what you're getting at there. Are you going Marlins? I think that's a loser.
Is he saying the line's fishy?
I don't know. Let's move on to this game, Nick.
Yeah, the Minnesota Twins are at the Kansas City Royals. Twins are $1.55 road favorites. Total of 8 in this game. I believe this line's dropped a little bit. Let's take a look at where the line has gone here. There we go. Yes, it has, because the line opened up at 9 yesterday for the total. Let's take a look at where the money's come in on this one here. If I can find the game. There we go. Minnesota and the Kansas City Royals. We're seeing 72% of the tickets, 73% of the cash is on the Twinnies. And the line's dropped towards the KC Royals here in this one. Interesting line movement there. The line opened up at 9. It's dropped down to an 8. Full run. 77% of the tickets, 76% of the cash is on the under. Makes sense. This is not a game I particularly was interested in. I think maybe the Royals may be a little bit of a live dog here for the first 5 innings in this one. it is Lyles and Sonny Gray. So maybe maybe I'll look to take a Royals first 5 money line. I was looking at the first 5 under potentially in this game, but I don't like the way the line has dropped a full run. I feel like the value may be a little bit lost here. I really don't have too much of a feel in this game, honestly. I guess I would lean Royals first 5 if I had to get to anything in this game, but I think this game's going to end up being a pass for me.
Yeah, this is one of the games I really did not have any interest in. There's other games during this time stretch anyway, so that's fine. I do kind of lean Kansas City. I do like Jordan Lyles. I kind of do like Jordan Lyles. I think he's going to have a solid enough year to make you some money. The line just dropped. I would expect it under in this game. I don't really expect much from the Royals offense. I don't expect much from the Twins offense. These are two teams that have really kind of shaky offenses. Their pitching is okay. So I kind of stayed off of this one. Once again, the AL Central is always tricky for me. So I kind of just stayed away from this one. Lean the Royals.
I would like to see a Twins win in this game, but I mean that's just futures.
And no props. No props for this game for me.
Yeah.
Do we like the Penguins? No. No Penguins. I hope they lose. Let's go to this one, and I have something for this game, and you probably should already know.
Yeah, I have nothing written down for this game at the moment, but we'll get into it here. Baltimore Orioles, Boston Red Sox. Red Sox $1.50 favorite, total of 9 in this game. We have Chris Sale going for the Red Sox and Mr. Kramer for the Orioles here in this one. Line opened up at minus 165 for the Red Sox. It's gone down to minus 152. When we go over where the tickets are coming in, it makes sense. Line opened up at 8.5, and it's gone up to a 9 in this one here. Let's take a look at where the money's coming in here. And potential public underdog alert. 54% of the tickets and 66% of the cash is on the Orioles. Actually, I wouldn't call that public, but I would call that's why the lines moved 13 cents. So that the line movement makes sense here in this game. And as for the total, 51% of the tickets, 56% of the cash is on the over, and the lines moved up half a run. It really was actually, it moved up from 8.5 minus 125 to 9 minus 125. I really don't have much of a feel in this game. I think I'm just going to stay off of this one. I would kind of lean Red Sox first 5 run line with Chris Sale on the mound. Because I think Chris Sale, somebody when he's fully healthy, could be a top 10 pitcher in baseball. Because he still has that ability. Maybe I take a shot at the first 5 under in this game, but that scares me with these two teams. I have no interest in this game though.
That's fair. I do, and it's back in the cream. Give me the Orioles. Orioles money line. I don't think that the Boston Red Sox deserve to be this big of a favorite. It was minus 170. Now it's minus 150. I don't think they deserve to be minus 150 favorites. Chris Sale pitched all of 6 innings last year. Yeah, that's not somebody that I'm going to trust to lay a price on. And Kramer made me a lot of money last year, so no, I'm gonna be jumping on the Baltimore Orioles. I've been on the Orioles bandwagon. Last year they made me a bunch of money. I'm going to be back on them this year. They've already won a game for me. Give me the Orioles. What was it? Plus 140 at this point. And player props. I have plenty of player props on this one too. That would be Rutschman and Mullins over 1.5 each. Rutschman $2, Mullins $2.25. Mountcastle over 0.5 at even money, and Rutschman for a home run at $6. I have Rutschman MVP. He had a really good first game. I think he has another really good second game. Let's ride. Orioles for me.
There you go. Fair enough.
Really? Padres, what happened? They suck. Orioles were the most profitable team in all of sports last year. There you go. There you go. Give me the Orange Birds. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's keep on rolling through these, Nick.
Yeah. The San Diego Padres are $2 favorites, total of 8 in this game. Wow, this line's dropped. Let's take a look here. In this one, I clicked on the wrong game there. There we go. Jose Urania, Michael Wacha is your pitcher here, pitching matchup for this one. The Padres have opened up at minus 201, and it's gone up to minus 227. Minus 227. So the line's moved 26 cents since yesterday. And towards the Padres. Line has opened up over 8.5 plus 105. It's actually gone down to an 8 in this one here. And let's take a look at where the money's coming on this one here. It makes sense that the line's dropped half a run. And it makes sense that the Padres have moved up. 76% of the tickets and 65% of the cash is on the Padres. 63.7% of the tickets, 83% of the cash is on the Padres minus 1.5. 66% of the tickets, 85% of the cash is on the under. And the lines moved down half a run, which makes sense. I originally had the over 8.5 written down this game. I'm crossing that out and betting absolutely nothing in this one. I feel like from a side perspective, it's Padres or nothing. And I know they've lost the first 2 games of the series. But now, what is everybody? I know I'm just using this chat as an example, but what has everybody said about the Padres right now?
They suck.
They suck. I lean Padres in this game, not playing this one now.
That's fair. I was close to betting the Padres run line again and falling for that again. I ended up just taking the over at 8. I think you're going to see some runs in this game again. Michael Wacha, not somebody I'm high on. Urania was not all that good last year. He had a 3.45. He only pitched in 4 games. Never mind. Oh, sorry. He had a 5.14 in Colorado. And then he's back in Colorado because he did pitch a little bit for Milwaukee as well. So no, he did not have a good year last year. And I don't expect him to have a good one this year. I know I keep saying, I expect the Padres to put up some runs in this game. I'm on the over 8. And for a player prop, Mr. Manny Machado for me in this one, over 1.5 at plus $2. So rated ride with some Machado action as well.
There you go.
Let's keep on going back to the chat. Fading Red Sox, any chance I get. They only have Devers and Verdugo. That is correct. I guess Turner is decent, but other than that, no one. Exactly. Rockies first 5 money line full game. Fade the Padres. You have fun with that.
Yeah.
One. Two more games left, Nick, in the MLB. What is this one?
Yeah, this one I don't have much of an interest in. I have an interest in the last one there with Cleveland, Seattle. But this matchup here, Dodgers are 245 favorites, total of 7.5 in this game. This may be something I may get involved with later, but I really don't have an interest in it right now. Line opened up at 215. It's gone up to 243. So line's moved up towards the Dodgers, which makes sense. As for the total in this one, it opened up at 7.5 minus 120. It's dropped 3 cents towards the it's gone 3 cents towards the under on this one, even though 67% of the tickets and 57% of the cash is on the over. The line's moved a couple cents towards the under. Kind of interesting there, which is actually kind of lending me towards looking at the total in this game, which you can get the first 5 at a 4. I was hoping for a 4.5. I'm leaning first 5 under in this game. I really don't have much of an interest in this one, though. It's a pass for me.
Yeah, I leaned over, actually, and the main reason was Madison Bumgarner. I think he's about a year or two late of retiring. He got his bag in Arizona, so I guess he's just pitching until he can't no more. And I think it's kind of the same deal with Clayton Kershaw. I think he should have retired a little while ago, but he had another solid year. He was the All-Star game starter last year, which was because it was in LA. He wouldn't have started if it was anywhere else. I kind of lean over. I think both these guys kind of get hit up a little bit. I will say I do have 2 player props, I believe, in this one. Those will include Freddie Freeman over 1.5 and Carroll over 1.5. runs / RBIs. I'll ride the Carroll wagon. I think he's going to have a really good rookie year. And I'll ride with some Freddie Freeman. I think he'll be able to get some work done as well. So Freeman, Carroll, both over 1.5. Freeman 150, Carroll 250. So let's jump on those.
There you
go. Late getting here. Bruins money line, Wild money line, Panthers over, Phillies, Yanks money line. Let's have a day.
Good luck. I am on the Bruins. I lean Wild. I played the total in that game. I did take the over 6.5 in Florida. Phillies, yeah. Yankees, no.
Fair enough. Madison gets rocked today. Yes. Avs money line as well.
I need to dive a little bit deeper into that game. The line was not available to me yesterday.
Fair enough. This game better go over. Fair. Dodgers team total over 4.5. Why not? And the Dodgers team total over better hit for me because I may run back to that. That's fair. That's fair. Let's roll to the last MLB game of the day, Nick.
Yes. Cleveland Guardians and the Seattle Mariners. Mariners $1.30 favorites, total of 7 in this game. This line opened up at minus 143 towards the Mariners. It's dropped 11 cents. It's now minus 132. Total opened up at 7, minus 120. It got up to 7.5 at one point, but it's right back down to 7 here, minus 114. It's actually moved 6 cents towards the under since the opening line. 50% of the tickets, 52% of the cash is on Cleveland in this game, and 64% of the tickets, 71% of the cash is on the under. So it makes sense the line's moved. I was expecting the line to move a little bit more with that type of money on the under. I'm on Cleveland first 5, though, in this game. I got that at plus 112. I've been on Cleveland all 3 games in this series. I like Savali, and I know Logan Gilbert's pretty good too. I would lean towards a first 5 under in this game as well if I had to bet a total, because I do like both these pitchers. But overall, I really like Cleveland, and I took Cleveland in the F5 here at plus 112. It's just a team I think that can make us a little bit of money this year, potentially. And just the way that the line's moving away from Seattle, even though they're taking some money, it's kind of concerning for Seattle. So I took Cleveland here in this spot.
I'm a high on Seattle. I'm low on Cleveland, so I'll be on the opposite side. I would grab Seattle run line. You get some nice plus money with that one. I like Logan Gilbert. I think I'm high on him. I was high on him last year. I had a Cy Young ticket for him last year, I believe, at like 20-1 or something at some point in the year. Just because I think he's a solid pitcher. And you get after a 9-4 game, I think you're going to end up getting a little bit. I think you're going to get a little bit of offense in this one too. It kind of lean towards the over. And because I lean towards the over, here's some more player props. And final game, I do have something from Cleveland as well. Andres Jimenez over a half run / RBI. That is even money. And then Julio Rodriguez over 1.5 is plus 150. Jared Kalinick is over a half at plus 125. And Ty France over 1.5 at plus 200 for the Seattle Mariners. I think we get some offense in this game. So those will be some of the props that I'm gonna have for this game. Lots and lots of stuff today. 32 props for me, $5 each. So nothing crazy. All of them plus money. So
there you go.
That is all the baseball games. No, dude. Hey, Markel, what's today? Look at the date. Thank you. San Diego State and UConn. Nope, opposite side on both of those. I forgot about the Final Four today.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Oh, we never did videos for them.
Oops, that's a mistake.
Yeah,
I'm going to quickly move these games up front. There's only 2 NBA games, 1 and 2. I'm not interested in either one of them, so complete pass on both. All right, to the NHL.
Oh, I didn't even cap the NBA. Whoops.
That's fine. I honestly, I may have a play up later, but I'm not 100% sure whether or not I will. So we'll go ahead and jump into some NHL, Nick. This is the early game, the St. Louis Blues and the Nashville Predators. Preds minus 146 total at 1 o'clock today.
Yeah, this is a tough one here for me. Let's take a look at where the lines moved. I would say I would read off the tickets, but when it comes to hockey, I don't care about the tickets. I really don't. I cap with my model, and it'll probably be that way with baseball later in the season when I actually have money. Or not when I actually have money, when we actually have stats. That's what I meant to say. When we actually have stats, I'll be looking at that because I don't need to know where the money is. I mean, baseball a little bit more, but we'll take a look where the lines moved though. The line history is important. $1.48 it opened up for Nashville. It's down to $1.40. And it opened up at 6 even money. It's up to a 6 minus 103. So 3-cent line move towards the over. Don't really agree with the line move here. I have this game projected 2.98 to 2.5. So I have this game projected for 5.48 goals, which is lending me towards the under in this game. I don't know if I'm going to get involved with the under though in this one. I can see this being a slow starting game here. I lean under, but not something I bet. So just a small lean here towards the under in this game. Just not anything I got involved with.
Fair enough. Don't need to bet them all because I know there's a lot of other games today. We'll keep on rolling. The Boston Bruins are minus 130. They're against Pittsburgh. 6.5 is the total in this one. Fire away.
Yeah, I'm interested in the Bruins in this game. Let's take a look at where the line is. Line opened up, where the line has moved. It opened up. Ooh, this is kind of interesting. $1.35 for the Bruins. It's actually moved 17 cents down towards the Penguins, down to a 118. So since I bet this last night, the line's moved. Don't like that particularly. I kind of need to see if there is a reason behind that. I gotta have a feeling that some type of player is sitting here, right? Not that I know of. Okay. I don't know why this line has moved. I'm on the Bruins. I got them at $1.30, and now they're sitting at minus 118. Kind of concerning, I will say. The confidence is not the highest with the line moving the way it is for me. I have this game projected 3.37 to 2.78. I have the Bruins around $1.60 favorites in this game. So I don't agree with the line moving the way it is. I grabbed the Bruins at $1.30. Mad that the lines move the way it is. It is what it is. But I'm on Boston here in this first game.
Yes, go Boston. Let's get it. That's cool. Let's head over to the next one, which is your New York Islanders. They're in Tampa Bay taking on the Lightning. Minus 150 are the Lightning. 5.5 is the total. How close are the Islanders away from clinching the wild card?
Their magic number is 9. I believe the Panthers play today as well. If the Islanders win and the Panthers lose, then their lucky number will be down to a 5. They won't be able to clinch when we're in person tomorrow in Carolina, but that can really put them in a prime spot to do so in the next game. I have Sorokin and Vasilevsky in this game, which probably means we're going to see Varlamov tomorrow. By the way, Tim, we're gonna order this tonight. Carolina Islanders tomorrow.
Okay.
But yeah, for this game for me, I think potentially the wrong team's favored. I don't like the way Tampa Bay's been playing as of late. They've lost the expected goal battle in 3 of their last 4, 4 of their last 6, and 5 of their last 8. So this is a team that's actually really struggled as of late, and they're kind of coasting at this moment. This Tampa Bay team, and we've seen them do this the last few years, where at the end of the season they just don't care and they'll coast because they don't. I mean, getting the 3 seed does not bother them at all. So this is a spot here where I am definitely interested. Here's the thing though, contrary to that last game with Boston, the opposite has happened in this game. I bet both the side and the total, and it's moved in my direction. I got the Islanders at $1.43, and I got the under 6 at minus 120. I don't think either are going to go up on the site because now the Islanders are down to a 137. Actually, that can probably go up on the site, but the total is a 5.5 now. I would still lean under at the 5.5. It's a plus price tag. But with that being said, it's probably going to be. I mean, it's tough to recommend a play when the lines move the way it has, and considering the line I got, so I lean towards Islanders and under. I bet them both, but they're different prices when I bet them.
Fair enough. Let's keep on rolling, Nick. Buffalo Sabres and the Philadelphia Flyers will be going at it. This one's a pick 'em. 6.5 is your total.
Yeah, this one is interesting. By the way, I forgot to read off the line movement of last game.
Okay.
It opened up at $1.60 for Tampa, and it went down to $1.52. Opened up at a 6 plus 109 to the over. It's now over 5.5 minus 117. All right. On to this game here. The line opened up at Buffalo minus 120. And it's now down to a minus 104. Yeah. Total opened up at 6.5 minus 108. It's gone up 15 cents to minus 123. And it's actually going to be Sandstrom in net for the Flyers, not Urson. Let me switch that real quick because I thought Urson he got called up and he's going to be the backup for Sandstrom today. Carter Hart not available. Sandstrom's not been particularly great. He is a subpar goaltender, which actually, flipped my thoughts on this game completely. Here's the thing, though. This is probably going to be a pass. I have no interest in the Sabres today. They're traveling on the second half of a back-to-back. They're just coming in off of a big win in Devin Levi's opening his career debut in overtime against the Rangers, and now you have to get on a bus, or now you have to get on a plane, whatever, and travel to Philly, a team you've struggled with, though. I mean, Philly's beat the Buffalo Sabres both times this year. I have no interest in this game. I wanted Urson in net. If Urson was in net, I would be on the Flyers here. I can't trust Sandstrom, so this ended up being a stay off for me.
The only thing about the letdown spot potential in this game, Nick, the Sabres are only 5 points back. I don't think they have time for a letdown spot. If this was earlier on in the year, if this was in October, sure. November, sure. December, sure. Now, I don't really think there's a letdown spot to be had. They know business is still going. And if they can get a perfect day where Boston beats Pittsburgh, by some miracle, the Columbus Blue Jackets beat the Panthers, and they win today, they're only three points back if all three of those things happen. And they have a game in hand against Pittsburgh, and they have 2 games in hand against the Panthers. So this is a team that is still in the playoff picture, although it's getting bleak. What is it, 2.7% chance according to what's their face? Money Puck. They still have a chance, and I don't know if you could really have a letdown spot tonight. So, but I'm not betting this game. Well, that's a lie. I'll probably end up betting the Sabres, but that's not the point.
Yeah, by the way, if you're interested, Tim, if you still are holding out hope, Buffalo Sabres to make the playoffs plus 1,000.
Don't tempt me. Morning, everyone. I'm late to the party. It's all good. Welcome, Cameron. Let's keep on rolling, Nick. The Toronto Maple Leafs are in Ottawa taking on the Senators. Toronto minus 145. 6.5 is your total.
Yeah. This one is a line that I don't think was available to me last night. This line opened up at $1.45, and it's moved to, actually it was available to me yesterday. $1.45 and moved up to $1.52 towards the Maple Leafs. Line opened up at 6.5 minus 125. It's now at a 6.5 minus 123. So it moved 2 cents towards the under. I'm projecting for Murray and for Sogard in that. It could be Talbot, but I think Sogard's the projected goaltender for this one here. 3.64 to 3.23, 6.87 goals. I think this total in this number on this line is spot on. I have Toronto around a 140. I actually have this game in around a 6.87, so slightly in towards the over. This was end up being a pretty simple pass for me, though.
There you go. You don't have to bet everything,
Nope.
I will say, Nick, I'm going to leave in a couple minutes to go over to Higgs' show because you just got hockey left anyway. So I will leave, and I'm going to go over this game. I'll introduce this game, and I'm going to head out and join his thing. Carolina Hurricanes are in Montreal taking on the Canadiens. Canes minus 265, 6.5 is your total. Go ahead. Have fun today, guys. Good luck, and let's make some money.
Yeah, I'm going to hope for a draw in this game. Get the Carolina Hurricanes nice and tired for tomorrow. I do have to switch one thing because I saw it's Montembeau and not Allen, which Allen has been bad. Montembeau, the contrary. Let me adjust for that. This has the feel of a game where the Canadiens could come out with a win in this game. And I'm kind of interested in Montreal in this spot. I have this. Let's take a look at where the line has moved in this one real quick, and then we will get into all that stuff. Carolina opened up at a minus 280, and they've gone down 15 cents to minus 265. That's an interesting line move. Over 6.5 minus 105. It's moved 9 cents towards the under. It's now plus one or towards the under. So it's now plus 105 for the over. I'm interested in Montreal. I'm going to write down the Habs here. I'm going to write down the Habs as a potential play in this one, as a potential big dog. Spoiler, plus 235 at home here, I think is a very interesting look. The Hurricanes have really slowed down as of late. They're 4-5-1 in their last 10 games. They've struggled a little bit. This is a team that's lost 3 in a row and 4 of the last 5. Granted, they lost to Detroit in Detroit. They lost to Tampa Bay. They lost to Boston. So this is a team struggling right now. And all of a sudden, don't look now, the Devils are right on their ass to catch them here. Granted, the Hurricanes still have a game in hand on the Devils, but lose this game, you don't. And they have a point. They're a point up on the Devils as well. This is an interesting game, and I think that we have a very live underdog in Montreal in this spot, and I'm probably going to look towards taking their money line here at plus 235. I think they're very live in this game, and this could be an interesting spot for them. So definitely a lean towards Montreal. If you don't want to take them money line, maybe you can look towards a first period money line or just the puck line at plus or minus 110. But for me, I like Montreal in this spot. I think this is definitely a line a little bit too wide, and I lean that way. Nathan Stern is saying Sabres, Ottawa Senators, maybe, and Yukon Huskies first to 20. I'm on the opposite side. I'm on the U in that game. Moving on, though, I do have a play in this one: the Florida Panthers and the Columbus Blue Jackets. Panthers, $2.45 favorites, total 6.5. Obviously, no thoughts on the side in this game. Let's take a look at it opened up at 212, and it's moved in the right direction up to minus 268. So a 56-cent line movement towards the Florida Panthers in this game. Total opened up at over 6.5, minus 125. It's now minus 137. So a 12-cent line move towards the over, which I 100% agree with because I got minus 125 with the over last night. I had this game projected 4.08 to 3.05 in favor of the Florida Panthers. I wouldn't talk you guys off of maybe grabbing a team total with the Columbus Blue Jackets here, 2.5 minus 130. I can see both teams scoring 3 in this game. I don't really trust Bobrovsky as much. He has been decent this year. But with that being said, he can give up some goals. I do like this game to go over 6.5, and I think the Blue Jackets will contribute. So definitely a lean towards the CBJ. Their team total over 2.5 at $1.30. And I do like the over 6.5 though is what I bet in this game. Over 6.5 at $1.25 is what I got it at. All right, moving on here. This one, interesting game. The New Jersey Devils are at the Chicago Blackhawks. Minus 325 favorites are the Devils. Total 6.5 in this game. Looking at where the line has moved in this one, I'm suspecting it's moved towards the Devils. It opened up at 320. It's up to 325. Yeah. Opened up at over 6.5, even money. It's now over 6.5, plus 112. So it's a 12-cent line movement towards the under, which once again, I 100% agree with. I have this game projected 3.31 to 2.56, 5.61 goals. I like the under in this game, under 6.5, and I'm kind of interested in maybe a Devils team total under. Give me a 4.5 here. Nope, it's a 3.5 juiced. So no, I wanted that 4.5. If I would have gotten a 4.5, I would have been very interested in the Devils team total under at that price. Stalock's been fine. I mean, he's not been bad. So this is definitely somebody that I'm not afraid of backing an under with, Alex Stalock. So I'm on the under 6.5 here with the Devils and the Hawks in this spot. We'll keep moving along. The Colorado Avalanche are hosting the Dallas Stars. The Avalanche are on $1.50 favorites now, $1.49. Total of 6 in this game. Line opened up at minus 145 for Colorado, and it's gone to minus 149. So it's a 4-cent line movement towards the Avalanche here in this game. Total 6, minus 115. It's gone down 6 cents towards the under at minus 109. So 6 cents line movement towards the under in this game at the 6. Which I kind of agree with. I have this game projected for 5.88 goals. I have this game projected Avalanche by 3.30 to or 3.3 to 2.59. So I have this game projected around Avalanche minus 170. So I'm kind of interested in the Avs minus 1 line here in this game. Which you can probably get a decent price at that here. Avs minus 1. 149 and 165. 165 plus 106. Plus 106. I'm going to make that a play after the show, most likely here, because I'm going to use the minus 1 calculator to figure out exactly how much I have to bet on it. But the Avs minus 1 is going to make my card. This is a big game for the Avalanche. They need to keep pace in the Central Division. This is somebody they have to keep pace with. Because when we look at the standings here, these two teams, Dallas is actually 2 points ahead of them now, but Colorado with a game in hand, very important game in hand. But yeah, Colorado both has a game in hand against both the Dallas Stars and the Minnesota Wild. With a win tonight, could be very big there. And then Avalanche fans become really big Vegas fans. So looking at this spot for me, I am going to be on the Colorado Avalanche minus 1 in this game at around plus 106. So kind of where I'm looking at for this one. Setting up to be a fade Florida day, I'm thinking. In college basketball? No. In hockey? Sure. Favorite money line play in hockey today? I think we're getting to them in just a minute. The Kings. I think the Kings. FAU money line 300 to win 390. Let's go Owls. Woo woo. Yep. Blackhawks plus 2.5. My favorite hockey play. There you go. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all because I see that as a low scoring game. So I could definitely see. And I was leaning towards the Devils team total under. So I can see that. Don't do it, Nick. You're a Stars fan. I get it. With that being said, I like the Avalanche in this game. I think the Avalanche still win the Central Division. Minnesota Wild are at the Vegas Golden Knights. Front end of a home and home here between the Golden Knights and the Wild. This line minus 110-ish for the Vegas Golden Knights. Total is 6. It's actually minus 106. I just rounded up. Whatever. Line opened up at Minnesota minus 113. It's dropped to a minus 104. It did hit. Vegas opened up at a dog and they flipped to a favorite, which is kind of interesting here, which is keeping me completely off the side because I kind of like Minnesota on the side here. Line opened up at over 6 at minus 105. It's moved 9 cents towards the under. It's a plus 104. I got the plus 104 with the over 6 in this game. Vegas has been playing some overs as of late. And so has Minnesota, actually, all things considered, considering this team was a stone cold under recently. Both teams are 7-2-1 to the over in their last 10 games. Vegas defensively, I don't like their defensive numbers here. They're giving up 3.44 expected goals against the last 10 games. And they don't really have the goalie to back that up with Quick. It's Quick and Fleury, two guys that I think are a little past their prime. Quick, obviously, is probably retiring at the end of the season. Fleury has fallen off a little bit. He's been much better as of late. I will give him credit. He's been much better as of late. I like the over 6 in this game. I think we see goals in this one. I see 3-3 at some point. Anything other than overtime, because I need both these teams to lose for my futures. For my Avalanche futures, go Knights. For my Kings futures, go Wild. So if they can just split these two games and both of them end in regulation, I'm fine. But for me, I'm just going to take the over in this game. Over 6, plus 104, Wild and Knights. Donation. Cool. I love when people tell me my bets are donations. I actually have a really good ROI when people say my bets are donations. Pretty small baseball card. Pretty small baseball card for you, Nick. No, I haven't. I haven't tracked all my plays yet. I haven't tracked all the baseball plays yet. So yeah. Trap spot for VGK. Trap spot VGK. So you're saying VGK money line. They moved from a dog to a favorite, which is definitely a trigger spot. Yeah. Both. All right. Ain't no sunshine outside. No, I like both. I like FAU and Miami in the Final Four today. 3 games remaining. We get the LA Kings at the Seattle Kraken. Kraken $1.15 favorites. Total 6 in this game. Tricky spot here. Kind of, but not really. I actually really like this game. I don't know why I said tricky spot. Copley and Jones is my projected goaltenders. It could be Grubauer, could be Decord. I don't care. I don't like the goaltending to begin with. For the Kraken. I have this game projected 3.15 to 2.83. I see value in the Kings in this spot. I grabbed the Kings at plus 105. I think the Kings are going to turn it around a little bit here. They've lost back-to-back games. I don't see them losing 3 in a row. I think the wrong team is favored in this matchup here. The Kraken are a much better team on the road than they are at home. Sorry. So I am looking at the Kings here at plus 105 against the Seattle Kraken in this spot. King me. Yes, King me. I'm definitely looking at that here. Into the next one, and good God. The Edmonton Oilers are $5 favorites here against the Anaheim Ducks. Total of 7 in this spot. I have this game projected 4.03 to 2.91 in favor of the Oilers. So obviously not minus 500 worthy, but I don't know if I want to back the Ducks in this game. You can get the Ducks for plus 421. I'm really not interested in this game. It's actually up to minus 545 in some spots. The line opened up at 470. It's moved 31 cents towards the Oilers. Maybe if today's going really well, I'll take a shot with the Ducks later. If today's going really strong, I'll take a shot at the Ducks money line. Am I actually excited to do this? No. Am I going to do this? Maybe. It's Ducks or nothing for me. Pretty plain and simple. But we'll move on here. We get to end the night with probably the best matchup of the night. We get the San Jose Sharks and the Arizona Coyotes. Lines moved 8 cents towards the Sharks. Opened up at a pick'em, minus 110. And now they're up to minus 118. Opened up 6.5 even money. Moved up 14 cents. I have Ingram and Reimer as our 2 projected goaltenders in this one here. And I've got the wrong team favored in this spot. I'm looking at the Yotes here in this one. In this beautiful matchup. Arizona plus 107 at home. A team that's played well at home. Against a Sharks team that is clearly going for Bedard. I like Arizona in this spot. I get it. I think Arizona played last night. So that's probably why the line is the way it is, because this is the second half of a back-to-back for Arizona. But with that being said, this is a team that plays really well at home versus a team that I want nothing to do with the San Jose Sharks. Also, the Vegas Golden Knights are playing today, so maybe no, I'm just kidding. For me, it's Arizona. It's Arizona in the spot at plus 107 to end the card. So we get to end the card with one of these. Oh, wrong video.
Stop it. Get some help.
But yeah, other than that, it's a pass here. Pass. Okay. Nugent Hopkins anytime. And Draisaitl. Maybe. No dogs come to play. Sounds like you're smoking. Maybe I am. Who knows? Me too. Ain't no sunshine. When the dogs ain't come to play, we don't. Fair enough. Keller and Michelli. I could definitely see those guys. Those guys have both been contributing. But that is everything for today's slate. And follow me on Twitter at Nicholas_Earle, where I'll post all of my plays. I'm going to be doing that after the show here, where I'm going to be posting up all the plays that I'm betting for today. But until then, we will catch you tomorrow for the ESB show, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You find the outro video, and we will head on out for this one. Thank you guys as always for watching. Good luck today.